As the sun begins to descend toward the desert floor, we welcome you inside Chase Field in Phoenix. Tonight it's the first of 3 to start the new week between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Stay tuned for Diamondbacks baseball next. Zach Godley gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Interesting guy, Zach Godley. Not an overpowering guy, but he pitches with a lot of emotion. 93 to 95 miles an hour. Decent slider, pretty good changeup. He has a good fastball, a good changeup, and a good slider. And if he has all 3, he has a pretty good shot to shut somebody down.
Stepping into the box, Josh Harrison. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Row, now I guess it's time where you push that go button. You're getting a little sense of urgency. They find themselves in 3rd place, and if they want to be part of the postseason picture, it's time to get going and get going pronto.
Yeah, it's taken too long for this team to carve out any identity for themselves. They're going to have to find a way to get on a roll, offensively or pitch better. Something's got to change.
1-1 pitch is a curveball that misses ball 2. Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2. Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. Goldschmidt is there for it. 1 out. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be paying close attention to Starling Marte. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Standing in, Adam Frazier. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First delivery to him on the way. Looks at a 2-seamer right down the middle. A career head-to-head numbers with Zach Godley. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent, well-respected, accurate strike zone.
D-Bro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the 1st inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the 9th.
The 1-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
Here's Starling Marte. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollock has a read on it, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Pirates, and now the Diamondbacks will get their first turn at it. No score. Joe Musgrove is the man on the mound for the Pirates in this contest. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 9 in his last 3 starts, and he has to do a lot better. This guy isn't that bad of a pitcher, but one of the keys, he needs to start limiting the number of hits and to limit the number of base on balls. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn things around in this one here today.
In now is John Jay. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty, I know they dropped the first 3 games of this road trip, but you got to find a way to shower it off. I always said that when I left the field after I took that shower after the game, it's got to go down the drain. That game has got to go away. They find themselves in a new series right now with a chance to redeem themselves.
The 1-1 home is a fastball that misses.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Now the 2-1 is in there for the second strike. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. And now here's a look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Oh, man, I love what A.J. Pollock does for this offense. He had over 20 runs batted in last month. Very consistent. A solid month, and I love watching him swing the bat. It looks like the focus and concentration is even better when he has runners in scoring position.
Now at the plate, David Peralta. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And the pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
Line, but speared on a hop. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Two-0 now. Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
I'll tell you what, boys, I'd like to be this guy's agent. He's approaching free agency. He's one of the best players in our game. He's lived up to everyone's expectations, and I expect him to get absolutely paid this offseason.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That one's in there, 3-1. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Batting fourth, third baseman.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Jake Lamb. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
The 1-0 misses, ball 2.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1. Goldschmidt is off at first with 2 away. The count now at 2-2. The 2-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. Meadows is in pursuit. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So nothing in the Arizona first. We'll go to the second from Phoenix with no score on the show. Up next for the Buccos, Corey Dickerson. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Corey Dickerson.
And now pitch on the way. In there for strike 1. And Dickerson behind 0-2 now.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And fellas, one thing I want you to focus on is the fact that this team flat plays D. They lead the National League with the fewest errors. Can't tell you what that means to a pitching staff. You will see this team bear down on the defensive side of the ball and make some great plays in this one.
Josh Bell the next to hit. He was among the many who failed to record a base hit in the loss yesterday. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed up a little high. The 1-0 is a breaking ball that misses off the plate.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to hack at, you could bet he's not going to hold back.
The 2-0 on the way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will get foul. 2-1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Austin Meadows is on deck. The 3-1. 3-2 now. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Digging in, Austin Meadows, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First delivery to him on the way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Not a bad take there on that first pitch. Not a real good idea to go up there looking for a changeup to hit. Sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Hit back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
Here's David Freese to stand in as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. The career head-to-head numbers with Zach Godley. He's 1 for 3. No score here as we play inning number 2. Now a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. Set to deliver the 0-1. A pitch out. The throw. And they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch out, and the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a third out on the bases. We'll be right back at Chase Field in just a moment. Now batting, A.J. Pollock. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. The windup and the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. So this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out.
Take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
So digging in now, Daniel Descalso. First offering on its way. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
The 1-1. Is in there for strike number 2.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Three and 2 now. Bottom of the second here with no score. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Pitch on its way to Avila. Sliders in for a strike. Avila bats left but throws right and stands at 5'11". He was a 5th round pick during the 2008 draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
The 0-2 home, and a changeup that just about got away from him there as that ran in a bit too far.
You know, I'm not sure he didn't throw that pitch out of the zone on purpose. They've been swinging at pretty much everything he throws, so why not give it a shot?
Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Digging in the switch hitter, Ketel Marte. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. The 1-1. Popped him up. And that's in there. Base hit.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding holes there.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
Into the box, Zach Godley, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. 2-0.
Can't allow yourself to lose focus right here with the pitcher up. Got to stay on the attack, minimize pitches against these guys, and put them away early.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Descalzo over at second. Marte at first. 2 out in the inning. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. John Jay would be next. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Line drive to left. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch to end the inning. And he's got one grateful pitcher after this one. A beautiful sliding catch for the 3rd out. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. At the plate, David Freese. He'll stand in to open things up here in the 3rd. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. And the pitch. Slow curveball like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2.
He offered at that pitch out of the zone there, and I think that's a result of the previous pitch getting called against him. He might feel like he's needing to expand the zone if that's how it's going to be called.
Freese behind a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch of the at-bat. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. Third inning, no score to this point. The 1-2. Little dribbler down the line. That ball's foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. The 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
After two breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are two away.
Batting ninth, pitcher.
And now it's the Pirates pitcher, Joe Musgrove. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. This is on the ground over to first. A flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Stepping in and ready for another shot, John Jay 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Here comes the first pitch. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
1-1 to the D-backs leadoff man. Line drive to center field. And Jay's on base. He's got a base hit. So we'll see if they have something in the works here with the leadoff hitter aboard and a guy that can really handle the bat in the number 2 spot.
Left fielder, David Peralta.
At the plate, David Peralta. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Strike one to start the at-bat. The 0-1 in front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Jay gets his lead at first, nobody out. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
A runner at first with no outs here. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Two ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2, you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Coming to the plate now, Paul Goldschmidt. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A cold strike on the inside corner.
You're on the mound in this situation, you only have 2 options. You got to find a way to strike this next guy out or get him to ground into a double play.
First and second here with nobody out. One ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Now the 2-1 pitch is looked at for ball 3.
He's got himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
And this is the kind of thing that's been happening to him all season long. He'll cruise for a while, hitting his spots, and all of a sudden the wheels come off and he struggles. We'll see if he can recover here.
Jake Lamb standing in now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First offering on its way. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Has a look, now the pitch. On a good curveball. Came back to catch the strike zone there, and it's 0-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes, you can bury one for a potential strikeout, and at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn one pitch into an ending double play.
Pulled toward right center field. Marte is under it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Man, this is a spot where you really want to get greedy as a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping for that big swing of the bat. What does he get? A sacrifice fly, and only 1 run scores. I'm sure he wanted more, but he's not going to complain about the RBI.
In now, A.J. Pollock. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. fastball that just misses inside. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. High in the air out towards shallow right. Meadows has a play. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And a relay to the plate. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Into the box now. Daniel Descalzo reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 2-1 home. And there he goes towards second. Strike called. Now the throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. The 2-2 one more time. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Josh Harrison stands in. He popped out in his first trip.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Grounded down the third baseline. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. The throw into second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First offering on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. In the dirt here. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Now the 2-0 home is taken, strike 1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
And the pitch on 2-1. And a tough take on an inside sinker that just missed for ball 3.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
Full count, 3-2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. There's ball 4.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
So striding forward now, Starling Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. And that one just missed outside. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And that one right down Main Street.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit. But unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. The 2-1 home. Swing and a ground ball to third. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. And he's in safely at third as they also push across a score to make it a 1-run game. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Dickerson, former Tampa Bay Ray, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he told you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Three and 0 now.
And remember here, there's an open base at first, so a walk is not the worst thing that could happen right here.
He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Frazier at third. Marte stands at second. No outs. And this one misses for ball 4, and now that'll load him up here with nobody out.
The first baseman, number 55.
Now at the plate, Josh Bell, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. He's set, and the pitch. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Pollock on the run, and the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And this will get into the books as a sac fly and an RBI, and we are tied at 2.
Now batting.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Austin Meadows, and he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled away. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Chopped weakly up the first base line, but it gets fouled. And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman.
Coming to the plate now, David Freese, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. He's set. Here it comes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And that'll score the runner from third as they seize control here, 3-2.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, D-Roy. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
Line drive to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Pirates on top, 3-2. Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Catcher, Alex Avila.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Two balls and no strikes. Two and one.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
Ball. 3-1. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Well, there's only a 1-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
Into the box now, Ketel Marte. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Avila on at first. Nobody out. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
Now the 2-0 is looked at for the first strike.
2-1.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
2-2.
This is on the ground over to first. The second for 1. On to first, and they get the double play.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there because of the difficult throw the first baseman has to make. No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
Standing in now, Zach Godley. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. Popped him up. Bell is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Diamondbacks down without much of a fight. They trail 3-2. Jordy Mercer will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 10, Jordy Mercer.
Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Hit down the third baseline. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind him.
The 3-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. He'll try it again. 3-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a starter away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Josh Harrison. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
Here it comes. 1-0. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. And the changeup is way low that time.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
Here now the 2-2. In the air, down the line in left. Peralta's under it. 1 down. Good time now to check out the Diamondbacks Road to the Show report, as you see a couple of guys in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves as of late. At the plate, Adam Frazier. Here comes the first pitch. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Here's Starling Marte, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. Mercer leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pollock has a read on it, and that ends the inning. Pirates leave 1, but they still lead it 3-2. George Cantos, a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. In now is John Jay. In previous matchups against George Contos, he's 2 for 4.
John Jay.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Here's a strike. Sent on the ground out to second. Harrison's got it, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, David Peralta.
Stepping in, David Peralta. First pitch on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Two runs on 2 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. A count of 1 ball, 1 strike to David Peralta.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
This is in the air out to straightaway center. Marte is under it. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. It was a walk in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Missed with a slider. Now the 1-0 is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off them. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is poured in at the letters. 2-1 now.
Ooh, I'm shocked he took that pitch right there. That ain't plus 90s right there. That's mid to low 90s fastball in the honey hole. I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that one.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Meadows going back on it, and this one is gone. A home run. It's a solo shot here for Paul Goldschmidt. Home run number 15 for him thus far, and the D-backs have come back to tie things at 3.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Stepping in now, Jake Lamb. As he'll take a look at ball 1. In previous matchups against George Contos, he's 0 for 7. Now the 1-0. Is a heater in there for a strike. Lamb tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point. And he misses 2-1.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
The 2-1 is taken for strike 2. 2 out, nobody on. Full count, 3-2. A.J. Pollock would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Payoff pitch one more time. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. One for the D-backs on the home run by Paul Goldschmidt. We're through 5 innings here tonight. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Corey Dickerson. He'll lead things off here in the Pirates' half of the 6th. First delivery to him on the way. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
3-0 now.
Count is 3-0.
Taking all the way, and that's what you call a plausible strike there. It's 3-1 now. The 3-1. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
Yeah, and as a starter, the last thing you want to do is let a team answer when your guys just scored a run for you. So he's thinking ground ball right here to try to get a double play and end this threat.
Josh Bell the next to hit. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he takes ball 1. Runner aboard at first with nobody out in a 3-3 tie. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. The throw pulls him off the bag. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Well, it's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it, but that's a tough play all the way around.
Into the box, Austin Meadows, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. And it's 1-1. No contact there, and it's 1-2. Dickerson on second. Bell on at first with nobody out. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. This is on the ground over to first. Fielded by Goldschmidt. One there. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. So they avoid what could have been a costly double play there.
Yeah, Met, credit the batter for busting out of the box and hustling down the line instead of getting mad at himself for rolling over on a ground ball. It's little things like that that can change the whole game.
Here's David Freese to stand in. And he is frozen on a good curveball that started at his hip at strike one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Comes set and the 0-1. Popped him up. Coming in is Jay. He can't get there as it falls in. And that'll bring in the go-ahead run from third. It's now a 4-3 game. And he'll reach second now with one away.
Up next for Pittsburgh, catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Now the Diamondback skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. Gone after 5 1/3 here as he never really found his groove in this one. Fernando Salas is going to have his work cut out for him here. 2 runners in scoring position, so he'll try to leave them right where they are. First offering on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Runners are at second and third with 1 down. Counts even at 1-1 to Cervelli. The 1-1 home. Liner toward right center. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And the run is in to score from second. Now a 6-3 game.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
Jordan Luplow will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And a breaking ball stays outside. 3 runs already home here. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in a count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in the 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed. And what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Two out with the man at first. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning, 1 error in the inning, and a runner left on. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. Pittsburgh leads this one 6-3. Number 57 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 57.
Leading off the inning, A.J. Pollock, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Number 11, center fielder, A.J. Pollock.
First pitch of the at-bat. Ball one.
This is a big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1. Action now in that Pirate bullpen as a left-hander starts to heat up down there. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive to center field. Marte is right there, 1 down.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
In now, Daniel Descalso as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. High in the air out to center field. Marte is there, 2 gone.
The catcher, number 5, Alex Avila.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a fastball just a bit high. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Here it comes, the 3-0. Is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Three and 2. 2 out, nobody on. Taken high and deep to right. Meadows facing back to the track, to the wall. And that's up onto the walkway. Way out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 9 on the year. And they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
Well, some lessons have to be learned the hard way, like right here. The youngster serves up a four-seamer, but it's straight as a rope. The hitter's eyes get as big as saucers, and he crushes it out of here. I doubt he'll serve up another four-seamer in that location.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there. Keeping his hands inside, fighting it off for a nice base hit.
Gerard Dyson will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1. 276 the average coming in for him. Still without a home run and 8 runs batted in. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
The 1-1 home. It's a fastball looked at for a strike. Dyson, the former Seattle Mariner, he was acquired via trade last year.
Yeah, this guy's fully settled in with this ball club right now. Knows what the manager and coaching staff expect from him. Is not taken aback by anything. He's been through the spring training process and gotten to know everybody in this organization top to bottom.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Marte is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the Diamondbacks do get one back courtesy of this solo home run. The 2-3-4 hitters now to start the 7th. It's the Pirates 6 and the Diamondbacks 4. Welcome back to Chase Field here in Phoenix. It's on to the 7th inning with the Pirates leading in this one, but before the inning gets underway, let's check out the game summary to this point. Andrew Chafin is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 40, Andrew Chafin.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
He's staring a hat trick in the face right now after that swing. He has just got to find a way to zone up a little bit more. You cannot expect to make solid contact chasing stuff outside the zone.
And there's ball 1. One and 2, here it comes. Grounded up the first baseline. one's down to third. Played on the backhand. And a heck of an effort that time, but the throw's too late, and that'll certainly be scored an infield single to lead off the inning.
Hey, that's a heck of an effort by the shortstop right there to leave his feet and try and make that throw to first base. Got to be frustrated a little bit as a pitcher. You executed your spot.
Well, I tell you what, as soon as you throw one like that, D-Row, you see your shortstop get a glove on it. You're thinking, okay, maybe he has a shot to get him, but that's a long throw after that jump throw, and it's solid infield base hit, but very frustrating as a pitcher.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. One 0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1.
Hey, I get where he's going right there. Sinker, and then pull the string back a little bit with that nasty changeup. But if those fall in the same quadrant, look for someone to get on top of one and crush it.
The 1-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The 1-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Frazier aboard here at first with nobody out. Boy, good fight on the slider, and it just missed inside. The 2-2. Line drive to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, D-Row, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over him.
First pitch on its way. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
This game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
Now the 1-0. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? On to Goldschmidt, a double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Josh Bell the next to hit. And he'll bounce one on the ground to first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Knocks one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. That makes it 7-4.
Hey, D-Row, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Into the box now, Austin Meadows, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Lifted down the line in left. Here comes Peralta, and this will fall, but it's a foul ball. To short. Marte fields it cleanly. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 1 run here on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 7th inning stretch time coming up here in the desert. Pirates lead it 7-4. Kevin Segrist gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Kevin Segrist.
In now is John Jay. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
First offering on its way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Segrist, originally from New York State. He was taken in the very late rounds during the 2008 draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. The 1-2. And this is knocked down on the mound. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know it wasn't pretty right there, Dan, but that has to frustrate the pitcher. Leadoff guy, anytime he gets on, usually creates a problem.
And you know what, Dero, it's especially tough when you get as late in the game as we are right now. Anytime you get that leadoff guy on and have that pitcher start pitching out of the stretch, it always puts more stress on that pitcher pitching out of the stretch.
Here comes the first pitch. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
You can't allow this offense to get going right here. Leadoff man on doesn't kill us. Let's try and roll a double play right here. Let's execute a good pitch down and away. See if we can get a ground ball and rely on your defense a little bit.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Fouled off. That misses. 1-2. Jay gets his lead at first. Nobody out. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
The 2-2 gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Well, at the plate, he kind of got bailed out on that previous pitch. I think it should have been a strike. Then he goes down looking, and you really can't feel too sorry for him. Not a lot of protecting with 2 strikes there.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now. 0-2. Popped him up. Bell moving to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, third baseman,
Jake Lamb standing in now. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. From the belt, the pitch. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. One left for Arizona. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. T.J. McFarland has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
T.J. McFarland.
Digging in and looking for more, David Freese. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. The windup and the 0-1.
Ball one.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2. Now the 2-1. Ripped on the ground to first. And this is going to find its way into right for a base hit. And the leadoff man's on to start the 8th.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, don't take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Standing in now, Francisco Cervelli, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Way out in front. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Bouncer down the line, but that one rolls foul. The 1-2. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Descalzo on to first, and they get them both.
The pitcher number 40, Kevin Seagrave.
Clint Frazier will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 77, Clint Frazier.
Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And Goldschmidt will make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Pirates 7 and the Diamondbacks 4. Josh Smoker is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 53, Josh Smoker.
So striding in, A.J. Pollock 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Number 11, center fielder, A.J. Pollock.
Now here's the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. The 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull the trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
2 strikes.
Three-two pitch. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! A solo shot here to the left, 8th home run on the season for him, and that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dad. Let's see if this trend continues.
Michael Feliz is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Now batting, second baseman, Daniel.
Into the box, Daniel Descalso. As he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Well, this one's been a bit of a head scratcher despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all over the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Again, a 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Meadows has a beat on it. 1 out.
The catcher, number 5, Alex Avila.
Now at the plate, Alex Avila. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. Now the 1-0 is taken high and outside, but for a strike. Swinging a hard liner to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the 2nd out.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
In now, Ketel Marte, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here's the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Changed up on him as this is grounded to second. Gloved by Harrison. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Diamondbacks draw a bit closer thanks to this home run. On to the 9th inning from Chase Field. It's the Pirates 7 and the Diamondbacks 5. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Josh Harrison. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. First pitch coming. Here it is. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. It's a swinging bunt up the line. That winds up foul for the second strike. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Hit hard, but foul. The next 3-2. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
Into the box now, Adam Frazier, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. There's one, but no real shot at 2 as he's safe easily at first.
That's a really tough double play to turn when the first baseman has to field it coming off the bag and then make a throw to second while the runner is going down the line. Couldn't complete the double play, but at least they got 1 out.
Here's Starling Marte as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. The 1-0 home. There we go. Hit hard but foul. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2. Called strike on the sinker. 2-2 now. The 2-2 takes this the other way to right. In is Jay, but this ball's in front of him for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
How frustrating is that, Dan? He tries to bury something in with 2 strikes, and this guy throws out a fillet of fish to the opposite field.
You know, sometimes you have to tip your cap. That inside-out swing as a pitcher, you think you've thrown a good pitch, but sometimes as a hitter, they put a good swing on it and still ends up for a base hit.
Archie Bradley enters the game with 1 gone in the top of inning number 9.
Archie Bradley.
Standing in now, Corey Dickerson, as he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ground ball, foul down the left side. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. The 1-2 is up at the letters, but he gets the call. Strike 3.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Josh Bell the next to hit, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Bell carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. Frazier at second. Marte on at first with 2 down. A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman. Head-to-head numbers against Archie Bradley. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
The 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Pollock has a read on it. And that retires the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Nothing in the Pittsburgh ninth. Last chance coming up now for Arizona. They're on the short end of a 7-5 score. Felipe Vasquez enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Archie Bradley. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the ninth. Nick Ahmed will be summoned to pinch hit here to start the bottom of the ninth. And remember, they need 2 to tie, 3 to win, so he's got his work cut out for him here. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Marte is under it. 1 away.
The batter, right fielder, John Jay.
In now is John Jay. In prior matchups with Felipe Vasquez, he's 2 for 4. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. 1 out, nobody on. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Vasquez is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
The 2-1 home is taken, ball 3.
3-1 count, tying run on the on-deck circle. You have to be very careful right here to make a quality pitch on 3-1.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Bases are empty, one man out. Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Now to the plate, David Peralta. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
Takes a knee-high fastball. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at-bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The set and the 1-0 pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Now the 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a one-run game, he doesn't want to walk you, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
The 3-1 pitch. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Arizona down to its last strike. And he takes ball 4 again. And they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Jake Lamb standing in now. In prior matchups with Felipe Vasquez, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball that finds the outside corner. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Bullet back up the middle. Marte is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so a 4-game skid happens to even the best of teams. The key is they didn't panic or press. They just came out here, played their game, and put the losing streak behind them, like professionals are supposed to do. Well done.
7-5 tonight's final. The Buccos rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. George Cantos gets the win in relief, his 6th of the season. Zach Godley permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. Felipe Vasquez earns the save out of the bullpen, his 16th of the season. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 23 minutes. A reminder that Postgame Valley Metro is available in Copper Square at Central Station. Also, extra Metro rail trains are available at the Washington and 3rd Street station.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting out in the NL West, the Buccos racked up 11 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 7-5. The San Francisco Giants halted their 6-game losing streak as they took down the Fish in Miami 10-2. Tommy Pham was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs as the Cardinals took one from the Padres 8-5. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. The Cubbies pounded out 17 hits in this one as they stomped the Brewers 13-7. They now have 6 straight victories. The Blue Jays got 11 hits overall as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 7-2. David Price picked up win number 8 this year as the Red Sox claimed victory over the Orioles 3-1. He is among the AL leaders in wins. The Indians tossed a combined 1-hitter as they beat the White Sox on the south side 3-1. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 4-0. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.